Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners. Back again with another episode. Just getting that off my TV. We know about copyright. We are throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. Back again. This is your only Brewers daily show. We do live broadcasts after each and every chance we get to. I don't want to say every game because I might not live broadcast after every single game. Just depends on how busy I am. But back again. This team, man, this team. Good game. Yes, Richard, great game. We just so you know, you can find us on all the platforms. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, we are there. StreamYard, throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. We do this every single day. We upload new, fresh podcasts, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We talk baseball 24/7. So if you want to get in and join the conversation, you are more than welcome to. We have a SeatGeek code, Miller Park Minute at SeatGeek.com. Saves you $20 off your first order. It is a good time to go watch some Brewers baseball, especially with them being in town this weekend and then they go on a long road trip. So $20 off, Miller Park Minute code. And if you want, you can support us on Patreon. Miller Park Minute is at patreon.com. So, what a game. What a game. What a mighty good game, huh? Like, this team, I tell you, and it's fun because it's the young guys. So it's a very fun squad to watch, and I'm loving it. And I'm sure all of you are too. I was just thinking today, I'm like, this is not, I really have to get this off in the background. I get in trouble if I don't want to get any copyrights on anything like that. But yeah, this is a fun squad. I mean, let's be real. Have we had this much fun with the youth at one time? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Brewers live chat. So, as always, we're going to cover the good, bad, and the downright ugly of this game today. We're going to talk a little stuff around the league, the usual. If you guys have got any questions, please feel free to shoot them out to me. I'm just tweeting out the link as I always do in case anyone wants to join the conversation. Join the live stream here tonight. You are more than welcome to bring your face on the screen. You can just bring your voice on the screen and chat with me. That's fine. You don't have to enable your camera. I don't care. And we're just gonna chat for a little bit, as we like to do on a regular basis here. Wow. I honestly, I was a little worried about the Cardinals and Flaherty, but I'm not gonna get too excited. I mean, I am excited, but I'm not gonna get over the top yet. We are not to the over the top stage. What is going on with Christian Yelich? Christian Yelich sucks. Christian Yelich just washed up garbage. Straight up. I'm kidding. Kind of. I try to have all the optimism in the world, and I think in my season 2 video I did try and give him some props. This is my save for later, save the date. So anytime I write any kind of predictions or things that I expect to be repeating later, I put them down on a piece of paper. Usually I throw the date on it. I didn't put the date on this, but it was right before the opener in Chicago. So Yelich bats 288 is what I predicted. Let's see if I have any other Yelich ones. Nope. Hey, we can cross one off. If you can read what the first one says, we see Joey Weimer first up. I have a prediction that's right. Star it. Mark it off. I'm 1 for 23 so far. We got a long way to go. But that was my 23 predictions if you saw that video. He's letting us all down. Christian Yelich. I hate to say it, but ring the bell, he's done. Knockout. Yeah, I really wrote. Oh, jeez. He's got ways to go. What is he batting right now? 280. I wrote 288. What has he got? Yelich is batting 192. Oof. Well, you know what? We'll save that for later. We'll look at that later and see if that actually comes true. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. There is good and bad to be said. Even with Yelich letting us down or being disappointing at this time, like there's still room to grow. If everyone else is playing good around him, Willie Adames, Garrett Mitchell, Joey Weimer, Bryce Turang, Brian Anderson, all these guys are playing good around him. That gives him the room to not put the weight on himself. When we didn't have batters in the Hunter Renfroe, Colton Wong, where those guys were kind of streaky. I mean, Hunter was great for us, but he's streaky. Dump him, trade him. Somebody else would be a sucker for it. He's kind of that good bad bet, or you could hold him, or you could pick up another outfielder and just put him on the bench for a little while. I don't know. I have Bryce Harper on my bench, and I'm like, or he's actually on my injured list, and I'm like, do I keep him? He may not be back till mid-season, and so I might just dump him and let him be in free agency. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to make those cutthroat calls, and it sucks because you're like, I don't want to, because someone else is. I'm going to see him on Eric's roster later, or Richard's roster later, and he'll be doing well. But fantasy is week to week. Yeah, I think he's trying to go with the momentum of everybody else, and he ain't finding it. I actually said earlier tonight to the butcher, I said he needs to be put in the bottom part of the order, flip-flop him with Weimer. But that being said, let's talk about the good of tonight's game. So, Brandon Woodruff going 5 1/3, 4 hits allowed, no earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Brandon Woodruff is on a different level this season. 0.79 ERA, 1-0 record. He is pitching really well. Willie Adames, 2 for 4 with a homer. That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. And an RBI and 2 runs scored. Garrett Mitchell, 2 for 4, double, and an RBI. So that's our good. That's our really, really good. Other notable mentions today, I would like to mention that Joey Weimer. Joey Weimer is out there just grinding. Joey Weimer is a talented player. He just missed a couple really nice hits today, but he did still go 1 for 3. Turing went 1 for 3. Brian Anderson maintains. He's got another hit. Garrett Mitchell, 2 for 4. Contreras, Telez with an 0 for. Adames, we already talked about. Winker, 1 for 5. And Yelich, 0 for 3 with 2 walks. So he's getting on base with walks, but that doesn't score fantasy points. That doesn't score anything. So the bad, I guess, of tonight's game would be obviously our always favorite and always bad, Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich gets the bad award. I'm just looking to see if we had any pitch clock violations. Woodruff gets a pitch clock violation, so that's a bad. I thought he had one, but I forgot. It's hard to keep track of that stuff. They should I don't know, maybe they're not trying to highlight it yet. I don't know. My other bad of the night would be the overplaying of the new rules. And I'm wondering, because in all the advertisements, I'm sure every one of you has seen this, in every advertisement that MLB puts out, that the Brewers put out, even in the commercial breaks on MLB.tv, they push and they talk about the rules. And I get it, you're trying to notify people, but you're pressing it too hard. We already know we're already enjoying it. Let's not overpress it, because then you're just going to tick us off at this juncture. That's my opinion. I'm okay with it. I've been to 2 games so far. I've watched every single game or listened to, because sometimes I got to listen to them. But Bob Uecker on the radio it's music to the ears. If I could have the magic voice and the storytelling of Bob Uecker, my life would be a lot more fun. But that being said, I digress. He is what he is. Time of today's game was 2 hours and 45 minutes. 28,459 for attendance. So not quite a sellout of AmFam. Somebody on Twitter put out sellout of, let's get them sold out. And I'm like, it's not going to happen. I think there's still enough traditional baseball fans, and I honestly think that's the reason opening day didn't look so full, is because there's enough traditional fans who are mad at what the organization has done, and there's enough fans who are mad about the new rules and stuff like that. Oh, hey, look at this. We've got our first official guest on the live show. And I'm sure these fine gentlemen have had a few cocktails in them tonight. So let's bring on the boys from Thurston 10 Podcast. How you guys doing?
Good. It's National Beer Day. How are you?
Hold on. I don't know if they can hear you.
Well, we can hear you.
1 second. Are you there?
Yep, we can hear you.
You're here.
Perfect. Now I can hear you. So there's this little trick that I have to do, and I don't know why it does this, but I have to unplug the audio jack and replug it back in, and then all of a sudden I got you in my ear. So how you guys doing tonight?
Well, the Brewers won, so we're pretty good.
And it's National Beer Day. Fantastic.
It's Beer Day. I figure I was like, this is your time to shine. I thought of it the second you popped in. I was like, all right, we'll bring them aboard.
This is our holiday.
Right. So what's on tap tonight, boys?
Well, we watched the Brewer game. I believe they have won 6 in a row.
Yes.
So beautiful. We are doing 6 beers. And then so we wanted to talk to you a bit about the young guys. Terang,
for sure.
Weimer, Mitchell. They got 2 more coming up, Frelick, Churio. Just how excited are you right now?
I'm jacked. To be honest, I was staying there the other day, and I was so Mitchell, last year I really enjoyed Mitchell, and I'm like, this guy's like the next Ryan Braun. That's my thought process when I first saw him.
You're not the first person to say that.
And that's the thing. A lot of people have said it, but I was like, that's what I thought immediately. And I wasn't doing the daily thing, so I couldn't be the first to say it, unfortunately. So I'm sure everybody's heard that take already, but that was my take originally. And I really liked what he could do. And I was like, wait till we get a full season. This guy could be potentially rookie of the year. And now we're at this point where, it just keeps getting better. I showed earlier, I don't know how long you've been in the stream.
We literally just joined, so
season preview list of 23 predictions, some of them wild and crazy, that I wrote the day before the season started. And literally, I wrote number 23, we see Joey Weimer up first. And Joey Weimer happens to be my current favorite player on the squad.
He's so fast.
I could see that.
He's fast. He's big.
He's fun to watch at the plate, too. His approach at the plate is fun.
He's got a sweet swing. I said that earlier tonight to the butcher. I'm like, he's got a sweet swing. This guy is something. And nod to the Prince Fielder number being his number, and like
that.
It's just so cool. It's so cool. And then for Turang, and then Brian Anderson to come in, and that's a guy who is
and
like
not just
throwaway.
Anderson, but Winker too.
That was these guys are kind of throwaway guys that we got it like for nothing, basically. You know what I mean? Like they weren't supposed to be anything great. I honestly like the Owen Miller signing, the Brian Anderson, and Jesse Winker. I was like, okay, this is Colton Wong 2.0. Hunter Renfroe again. Okay, cool. Because that's the pieces we get. We get these middling guys that are never going to be like straight up the best there is because their prime of their career is gone, and that's been the case with guys like Wong and Locane had the flash time, and no disrespect to Locane. I love Locane. He's one of my favorite ball players, but he was a flash when he got here. He was great. And then COVID happened. He didn't play, and then he kind of fell off. It was just, unfortunately, It was what it was.
I would say the Brewers, they want to have like their two big guys. So like this year, their two big guys are Yelich and Adames. And then they want to have like 5 or 6 what ifs. Like, what if William Contreras hits better? What if Jesse Winker plays like he was on the Reds? What if Bryce Turang and Garrett Mitchell hit like they did at AAA? And they're just hoping to hit on half. And right now they're hitting on all of them. And it's making a super fun season.
Right. And we're going to get a point here. I said the other day, I was like, we're getting high on our own supply right now, and it's fine.
For sure.
But at the same point in time, we're going to get to a point where some of these guys are going to struggle a little bit, and maybe one's hitting really well and the others are so hitting and they fall off a little bit. That's going to happen, and that's okay.
Eventually the pitchers are going to figure out, kind of like they did with Keston Hiura, like, hey, throw the ball, throw a slider here, throw a fastball high, throw this pitch here, and it's going to be whether or not they can adjust. It's going to be about the adjustments. If you can make that second adjustment, you're a big league player. And
if not, you're Keston Hiura.
So.
Right. I have to laugh because I was watching you guys' episode the other day with Tim Dillard on it, and I was.
It's a good episode.
That was a great episode. And then I just saw on your Twitter that you had one with Bart, my buddy Bart.
Yeah.
I would advise everybody to check it out. It's a great episode. But yeah, real quick before we head out, are you happy? Because for like the past 5 years, I've been saying the Brewers need to go all in. Got to go all in. Strike while the iron's hot. And they never really did that. So are you happy that the Brewers didn't do that, and now they're kind of getting paid the dividends? So now they have all these guys who they didn't trade away, like we said, like Turang, Weimer, Mitchell. Are you happy that they didn't do that in retrospect?
Yeah. So my thought process on this is right now, like Matt Arnold and Council and Crew and Antanasio are kind of looking like geniuses.
Yeah.
The only piece that I think would be the icing on the cake to this is if Josh Hader was in the back end of that bullpen. And you can't convince me otherwise on that. Right now, they look smart because it looks like they knew what they had in their system. And maybe they got lucky and they got hot at the right time. All these guys came up and just got hot. Maybe that was sheer luck, or they were just the ultimate, oversight, and they were like, "Oh yeah, these guys are all gonna be great. We'll just plug them in, and it'll be fine."
I mean, they're definitely young and confident right now. They haven't been brought down, and it's a lot of fun because these guys are going to be on the team for 5 to 10 years.
Right.
So, and we got 2 more guys coming up who might be the 2 who, in my opinion, I think they're going to be the 2 best in Frelick and Churio. So
well, and here's the other thing. Like, this gives you the space to keep Churio down for a little bit longer. But he's still young yet, and he's still not. Yes, he's the top prospect right now. I think that's actually like as of today,
official. Yeah.
that he's the top prospect in baseball because of all the call-ups and all the movement in the prospects. So that's good, but let's leave him there, ride him out down there, because if we bring up Frelick, which we're going to at some point, because something's going to happen to somebody, there's going to be a piece. There's going to have to be a shift at some point.
Yelich is going to have a bad back for 10 days at some point.
Right, or something like that. Tyrone Taylor.
Nobody's talking about Tyrone Taylor.
He's riding the DFA bus. He's minutes from being DFA'd when he gets off of. That's my theory on it. I mean, you can't.
He's going to start hurting himself
unless all this youth movement falls off. Right. You might as well just sit there and collect that. I don't know what they get paid for injury, or if they get paid for injury.
They gotta, right? They got a CBA. You can't stop paying somebody because they're
injured.
Right,
and he's on a major league level deal.
Get the Ben Sheets blister out.
Right, exactly. He's got to do something. But yeah, and that's the thing. We're at this juncture now where it's like, okay, we've got all these guys here. We need the room for the extra, the other one, because Frelick's probably one of the more talented of the group, or it looked to be, at least. Like throughout spring, I thought he was like going to be the most talented one, and he was going to be first.
Well, I mean, his World Baseball Classic, he looked really good for Italy.
Right. He was amazing. And then you look at
and he went like he was 3 for 4 yesterday for the Sound. So the guy's a hitting machine.
It's fun to watch. I was just thinking I'm going to download that MLB MILB app because I pay for the whole MLB TV subscription, so you get that for free with it. So I was going to start watching some of those games in my spare time, which obviously with doing this, I don't have a whole lot of that. But what do you guys think? Have you been to a game yet?
Not this year.
Not this year.
No, not
yet. Okay. You got to tell me. So I've been to 2.
How's this? Everybody's talking about the Sound, and what's the other big? So they're selling beer after the 7th inning, and then they lowered hot dog prices or something like that.
Right. So they have that 414 menu. I didn't eat inside either day. I got a bottle of water, which was actually cheaper than it was in the past. So they did lower some of the menu item prices, and I saw that in the story, and I was like, okay, I really don't care. But I got water and a soda the first day, and then the second day I just bought a bottle of water, and the bottle of water is like $5.59 or something like that.
Which is still too expensive for a bottle of water.
Right.
But well, it's it should be like a $1.25.
It's like a bigger one. It's like a tall boy, at least, like maybe a 20-something ounce.
I'll say $3 then,
Oh yeah, unless you're getting the grocery store 5-gallon.
Like $2.50 more for it. So, whatever.
But
and then the stadium, the stadium's the stadium. It's all the same there. It's like there was no big real improvements that I saw. The team stores changed a little bit. They have a cool kiosk for the authentic stuff that's cost me 10 paychecks just to get a Corbin Burns signed shoe, something like that. Much props to anyone who can afford that shit, but that's not me.
Right, it's not like what the normal people need. That's not what I go there for.
No,
I'm never gonna get that.
I think the first game I'm gonna go to is gonna be the
second day. I was in the club level, and the club level always that's super updated every time. I don't know if you guys ever go up there, but it's that's the high end space, and they always paint it up and make it look super nice, and it's cool. But whatever. Otherwise, everything's pretty the same. That barrel yard looks pretty cool. I didn't get to go in there yet. I will try. I think towards the end of the month, I'm going to go again. So I'll try to check that out. I don't know.
Awesome.
Looks expensive. What's the experience like when you've been sitting at home? I mean, does it change how you guys like sit and watch a game now that it's like shorter and like can you plan it better into your day?
I think so. It definitely keeps you engaged more.
Sure.
So I know, like sometimes last year, like in between pitches, like the pitcher was walking around the mound, whatever. You tend to like, look at your phone, change channels, whatever you do to pass the time. There's not enough time to do that, so I feel like I'm more engaged.
I felt that at the stadium because, like, yeah, I always have my phone out and I'm kind of like snapping photos and doing that. And my wife kind of said something to me. Well, she always gets on my case because I'm always on my phone. But she's like, you're missing it like a lot. And I'm like, I am missing a lot of the game. Like, shit, like she's right. So I was trying to not spend that time on my phone so I could actually watch and enjoy. And like I sat there and it goes quick. Like you're sitting there through 2, 3, 4 innings, before you get up and walk around or you gotta go to the bathroom or whatever you might have to do. And you're like, well, that was 2 innings, and it's like that.
Yeah, for me at home, it feels like that. It's like you'll blink and it'll be the 4th inning, and it makes everything feel like, I don't want to say more important, but it feels like if you miss anything, it feels like when you leave in a movie and you come back and you're like, oh, where am I now?
Right.
It feels like you miss a lot.
Right.
And that's the other thing too.
What do you guys got? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I feel like when I watch like a basketball game or a football game, I know like when to go to the bathroom. I know when to grab a bag of chips or whatever. Like with baseball, I don't think I quite have the timing yet because I'm so used to that timing. So yeah,
Right.
It's a learning experience, but I do think it's more engaging.
Right. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely one of those things where you're gonna miss stuff for the first go around. We're gonna adapt and we're gonna miss stuff. That is how it's gonna be. That's what they make highlights and replays for, and MLB Film Room on their website.
For sure.
So, what have you guys been doing on the obviously beer day for you guys, which you're celebrating? But what have you guys been up to with the podcast? These guys have a podcast called Thurston Tenants on YouTube. Where
Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, everywhere, everywhere you get.
They're on Twitter. Thirst and 1069 is
perfect.
The name.
Nice.
So go check them out. Drop them a follow.
Yeah, I think we came up with a pretty awesome video for Beer Day. So by all means, check it out. It's hilarious. It's about us chugging beer against some pretty famous celebrities.
Christian Yelich
is on there twice.
Nice.
So it's pretty fun. So I would definitely recommend everybody check it out.
That's awesome. It's cool to see like you guys are starting to like get going. I like I said, I watched the other one the other day with Dillard. And it's funny how Dillard does it because Dillard always is in like that office in his house when he does these off-season things. He's fun though. I actually, my wife, we were down by the booth. You know where the booth is, where they sit and do their post game or whatever. So we were down there, and because the kid zone is right there, and I was playing with my kid down there. And she's like, "Oh, Dillard should be coming out. You should go talk to him." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're totally right. Like." Why didn't I think of that? And she's like, you should talk to the camera guys and try and figure out how you could get to work here and be a camera operator or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should. And my wife always trying to push me, so love her. She's the best. So that selfie's over on Facebook, I believe, maybe Twitter. I don't know, Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. I think the cool thing about Dillard, like when we talked to Dillard, so we had him on for 45 minutes on our podcast. We talked to him for like 5 minutes before the show and then like 10 minutes after the show. And like, he was like, yeah, like, let's just keep talking, like he didn't want to stop. Like, he's the coolest dude, most outgoing, most personable. Like, I don't think you could find anybody who has a bad thing to say about Dillard.
No. And he makes the time. Like because after that I was standing there and I was snapping photos of Weimer with my phone. And like people just come up to him. He's got like those stickers, like some of the merchandise off of his website. He's got all that stuff, and he just kind of hands it out, and like, it's super cool. Like, what a guy! Like, what a cool guy all the way around. And then I noticed you guys kind of jump on with Bart and you chat with Bart. Bart's real fun too. I love that guy. I like puts people
awesome
on.
guy.
Yep, love Bart. Bart was the first person.
What'd you say?
Bart was the first person to like give us the time of day. So like we were sending DMs out, we were trying to like make connections,
right?
And couldn't get a response from anybody. Bart was like the first guy where we sent him a DM like, "Hey, would you want to be on our podcast?" And he's like, "I would love to." And I feel like that's really like what kickstarted Thurston 10, in all honesty. So I got nothing but love for Bart.
And that's the cool part about this. We're a community baseball, football, Wisconsin sports fans, whatever you want to call us. And we just chat, and we, like he has a very open format. I have this open format. I usually tweet the link a couple times a week, as long as I'm live, and it's fun to have this. Like, what's better than talking sports and in you guys' case drinking beer?
Yeah.
I don't drink
having
beer.
A beer.
That's awesome.
I'm actually Uber driving tonight, so.
Yeah, don't have a beer then. Like, take care of us beer drinkers. But if I see you in an Uber later tonight, we'll continue the conversation.
For sure. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your beers. You got anything else for me, or are we?
I think that's all we got for you.
How many beers have we had so far on National Beer Day? I gotta know the number. Oh, is there a pyramid?
Wait. Why? Oh, it still thinks it's a green screen. It's not working.
You got the green screen background going.
Well.
Wait, we can show you. We can make it work. Also, in the meantime, we have oh, no. The green screen's killing us. Yeah, okay. We have Thurston 10 merchandise.
There's our celebration for you, Eric.
Nice. The highlight. Yeah. I like it. That's fantastic.
We don't just talk the talk,
We walk the walk.
Yeah.
You got merchandise, huh? What kind of stuff you selling? Shirts?
Shirts, for sure. So if anybody wants a Thurston 10 t-shirt, you can see it in the stream here. Pretty cool. We got Packers. I'm like a weatherman right now who can't figure it out. We got Bucks. We got Brewers. We got something else over here. I think it's Badgers. And then just like a bunch of fun stuff. We got the state of Wisconsin. So if anybody wants anything, just shoot me a DM.
All right.
We'll hook you up.
Thurston 10 on Twitter, YouTube, Apple, Google. No, not Apple, but Google.
Nope, Apple now.
Apple now. You're on Apple now.
Since the last time we spoke to you, we are on Apple.
It's the way to be. Because there's a lot of people with iPhones that just go to that Apple podcast and don't download Spotify. I know that's the way I am. So.
Well, if you don't like Spotify, we're on Apple. If you don't like Apple, we're on Spotify. So
right, exactly. It goes both ways.
We're a podcast for the people.
That's what you got to do. You just push it everywhere and hope it hits, right?
Yep.
All right.
All right, man. It was good talking to you.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate you stopping into the stream.
We'll have to do it again soon.
Yeah, hit me up in the DMs and we'll figure something out to do like a full episode or something.
Yeah, for sure. Love talking Brewers with you.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy your beers. Cheers. Enjoy your beers.
Will do.
All right, guys. So that is Thurston 10. Those guys like to drink their beer and talk Wisconsin sports. Go check them out. They are very entertaining, and they're new to the podcast game, so they're fun to watch. Got a couple good episodes out already. So that being said, let's finish this off. I didn't finish the Downright Ugly yet, so I got interrupted. But the Downright Ugly is... I already mentioned Yelich is the bad. He's the Downright Ugly. F it. He's the Downright Ugly. I don't care. I mean, you could say the outing for Flaherty was downright ugly too. Only going 5, giving up 4. hits, 2 earned runs. Yeah, kind of ugly, but yeah, that's about all that we got tonight. Scores around the league, I'm not going to update tonight, just for lack of time purposes. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Go on over, check out those guys. Check out all the podcasts I mentioned because there's some great guys. The Barrel MKE, the Bart Winkler Show. Go over, check out Dominic Catronio's content that he does for 620. It's very good. And Tim Dillard's social media videos are hilarious. He does those with Greg Kirschon right at the stadium. So, guys, that is all I have tonight. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, rate and review. Leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. If you're not on a platform that has a review, smash that like button. Hit that rumble button, whatever it may be. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great rest of your night. And as always, go Brew Crew. What a season so far.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.